Croce, that just make more of an expressive event of the little note. One or two. Hello? Yeah. This is really a brutal stuff. And 3. Crucifixus est Not quite, yeah. So begin the bar, John, begin the bar before they come in, and repeat, ignore the tie and play them all with 16 notes. Understand? Down, okay? And 4, 2, and. After this, the pleading of the solo. Well, actually, after Su Poncio Pilato, look at the orchestra, folks. Just play the kind of weeping in the violins. Just play those second and third bar of 45, John. 1. Ya, ya. I mean, it's so incredibly expressive. This kind of, and then the soloist over. Suffered in this most beautifully espressivo way. And then you just cry out of this, burst out of this orchestra, you just burst out, suffered. And just, and then the orchestra continues, G, this with this just throbbing. And then, completely disembodied, breathy, sotto voce. Sepulchre, and was buried. So, John, just again the bar before that is so the middle of page 35, and just continue to throb with 16 notes, and 2, and 1. Breathe with me and pa. Stand up once, folks. And get way down the body. Pa. Just do that. 2, 3. Pa. 2, 3, and go way down the body. 2, 3. Pa. Yeah. Okay. Sit down. So, cry out. I don't know what passu is. It's what you're saying, passus. I put the S on the 16th note. Passus. So make that. That's a new suggestion, folks. Make that sus a 16 note, but be sure we hear the S on the 16th rest. And then, you understand, folks? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But then the last one, full eighth note. Yeah. Okay? So, same place, John. And 2, and 1. Passus. You got to blow air out there. Let me do the last passus. I don't hear the S, folks. Just the last pauses. And 2. That was my fault, I think. This time, sing it with the orchestra. And go. And we're pa-su. So understand, folks, we're the last passage. We're the last suffer. Sorry, 168. Yeah, 168. Sorry if I was not. Okay. 2, 3. Yeah, so folks, separate the two S's. Sepultus S. Sorry. I mean, be sure there's a space between sepultus and S. Yeah, we kind of caught people a little bit off guard across the page. John, let's just begin. I'll beat to the last 3 bars, page 35. 2, 3. No, last 3. I'll beat to the last 3 bars. Last 3. Yeah. And 2. And God. Now, don't you suddenly. Are you? Yeah. And 2. D. Let me just hear. The darkest, most shrouded, almost don't say but say kind of more than F. Just say. I mean, that color can be so magical, folks. And when you, after this cry, suffered, and yeah. Just begin right on it. And 2. Bass now. Yeah. Can we find a more magical place? So bass is really wonderful. It's a really, really sonorous sound when you come in on the low A, and then tenors as you're doing beautifully, espressivo. Then altos when you move to the D, F, sepultus, and make sure that we get et sepultus S, pultus. I don't hear a pure U vowel in pultus. That's sepultus S. Let's do it again. S. 1 and 2. Yeah, put your hand over your mouth. 1. I'm not sure if this will help. I just want to see what you're saying. 1 and 2. Didn't help. Okay. Any thoughts?
Will you try rounding your lips around that vowel? Round it a little bit. Let's see if that.
We talked about like a fish mouth. Madeline Marshall, in her famous book on English, talked about a morning glory. But I think that Shelley's suggestion is very helpful. Just really, let's do this. Sing it through this. Yeah. Just make a round thing in front of your mouth. Here we go. 1 and 2. No, I'm breathing on the and folks. 1 and 2. Yeah, and it must be like, it's not stop, but it's like, it just hovers, kind of hover. I mean, understand space. One, and two. Yes. A bassist pursuit. Make a space. And altos enjoy the dissonance, you know. Really get in there and nudge with that D. It's such a beautiful spot. Folks, pull to S. Say that. And one. Pull to S. To S. To S. Put a slash between the pull twos and S, folks. Okay? Begin with the bass entry. That's the top of the page. And two. And diminish the last note. And we should probably review the text. Should we not? Should we speak it once? What's your recommendation?
If you'd like, or if you want to try it and just.
Okay, all right.
Where they are.
Yeah, fine, yeah. So sopranos, another one of those, all second sopranos beginning the last bar, page 36, should not come in with the sopranos, but come in with the altos in bar 191, and stay with them through that phrase. Then when you come to sed ad dexteram patris, then you go back up to your part. And then altos or soprano twos again. The last two bars, 37. That is on page 200, bar 205. Join the altos on cum gloria on the C, and stay. And so only the first sopranos are on the high G. So you're with the alto through that, and just stay with the alto up to Judicare. And then at Judicare, we're on the same page. That makes sense, William? Yeah. I'm just trying to, because this is obviously a really demanding tessiture. Okay, here we go. Let's resurrect. Sedet ad dec. Folks, just say sedet ad dexteram ad dec. Just say that. 2, 3, 4. Sedet ad dexteram ad dexteram ad. Good. Then et iterum venturus est. And say it. Go. Et iterum venturus. I'm momentarily for et iterum ventu. And pulsate. 1, 2, 3. Et iterum ventu. Can you do it? Iterum. Look, you're not going to sing it that way. But first of all, it helps you really feel the inner rhythm. And then, some important voice teacher once said, that you re-sing the vowel in terms of milliseconds. And what this helps avoid is that you start the vowel on them and then suddenly sort of back off. So that there's this feeling of completely re-singing the vowel. Now you obviously are not going to perform it that way. You understand, folks? But so that there's this continue re-energizing and illuminating the vowel, so to speak. So just say et iterum venturus est, and say that. Go. Et iterum venturus est. Et turus est. Yeah, I put a D there. Yeah. Cum gloria. And then 1, 2. Judicare. Say 1. Go. Judicare. Yeah, put a little accent on the D. 1, 2. Judicare. That's the new mark, folks. Put a accent on the, and to judge, because suddenly, when you're saying you shall judge the living and the dead. So say again, one, that measure, and one. Judicare. 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2, go. 1 and 2, go. Yeah, get to the vowel faster. Once more, again, say 1, 2. Judicare. And again, go. Judicare vivos et mortuos. Yeah, folks, but it's important. Put a crescendo on bar 213. Ka, because obviously we need to get to the culmination. He will judge the living. Judicare. Vivos, and then et mortuos. Vivos. And we really need a very strong S on that rest, folks, in bar 213. So please mark that. And then cuius regni. That's where you stop, on edi finis. Yeah. So, let's sing. So, that resurrection. Beginning with the allegro, folks. Yeah. Beginning in the middle of page 36. Right on the page. 2, 3, could you just speak the text, folks, from et iterum staccato? Et iterum. Just speaking everything short. Beginning with the bass on the bar. 1, 2, 6. Et iterum. Yeah. And put it special. Do you have an accent written on the eighth note, folks?
Yes.
Yeah. Please do that as we speak. And 1 and 6. Et iterum. Et iterum. Et iterum. No, that's two rusets. That's a D, gals. 2 rusets. Every internal D becomes a D. 2 rusets. Yeah. Say it again. You understand why we're doing it short, folks? Then all the voices in the wilderness suddenly come out. Here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Et iterum. Et iterum. Et iterum. Cum gloria. We do this by George. And really make everything soft, but the little note. Got it? And 1 and 6. Et iterum. Et iterum. Et iterum. Et cum gloria. And boom. Cum gloria. Short. Cum gloria. And say again. Cum gloria. No, short, folks. 1 and clear and good. Cum gloria. And 3, 4. 1, 2, you. Your legs. And 1, you. 1, 2, you. Yeah. Say it again from cum laude. That's it. This, all of these, folks, is just a lot more sort of rhythmic activity. Yeah. So, again, still short from bar 208. Cum laudia. And right in the D, folks, glaudia. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Cum laudia. Good. 3, 4, 1. You. Ika. No, 1. You. Ika. 1. You. Yeah. 1 and 2. You. What should I do? Well, let's do it real slower, folks. From cum laudia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Cum laudia. 2, 3, 4, 1. You. Ika. 1 and 2. You. 1. You. 1. 2, 1. You. 1 and 2. You. Once more. Cum and 1. Cum laudia. 2, 3, 4, 1. You. Ika. Re. You. Ika. Re. Vivos. Bo. Et. Mo. I still hear little sort of intermittent murmurs. Can we do that again? Same thing. This will clear it up, folks. Speak again. Really sure. Whenever I sit up, I see some people looking, really sit tall. Yeah. From the top of, same thing, from the top of 38, lightly speak. Short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Great. And the 1. You. You. 1, 2, 1. You. Go. 1, 2. You. And 1. You. Yeah. Just you. Understand? 1 and 1. You. Yeah, that's what you got to feel. And again, go 1. You. Now add the deco. And the 1. You. Oh, good. That's great. Go again. And the 1. You. Isn't that fun? Yeah. I think it's. But obviously, the point of the syncopation is because suddenly it has a bite. You'll come to judge the living and the dead. So I mean, there's some very particular reason. After you're sung with, come with Gloria, to judge the quick or the living and the dead, and then just kingdom shall reign and kingdom without end. And then the non is yes. It's not no. You understand? This kingdom without end. So those have to be really affirmative. Let's say once more, folks, because I think the notes are not a problem, but it's just getting this rhythm really careful. Let's begin once more, folks, the bottom of 37, or that is the middle. Let's try the middle of 37. And just sing, again, speak it very quietly. Obviously, no pitch. From John, let's begin the 1, 2, 3, the fourth bar, bottom of 37, and play along with us. Got it? 2, 3, 4. No. Dum. 1, 2, 3. Right on the fourth bar. Middle of 37. Understand?
Yes, sir.
We're on page 37. Bar 198, 9, 200. Got it. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And E, Teru, and E, Teru, and E, Teru, and success. And why this is so important, folks, that we really concentrate, well, it's true everywhere, on the dotted rhythm, is because the orchestra is playing triples, and takata underneath, which just makes this, really wonderfully evocative thing, kind of continuous kind of line. And there's always a danger of getting sort of caught with the triplet rhythm, if we're not careful, which is why it's especially important to really accent the little note. Yeah. So, write yourself a note. This week it's befriend the little note. I think that'd be a real admirable pursuit. Listen, folks, these kind of problems exist, every course in the world, which is why, even when I was preparing the professional in New York or something to the Philharmonic, over and over I'd accent 8 notes, because I knew if I didn't, they'd get cheap. So let's sing it now, maybe from the last bottom of page 36. This is really coming wonderful, and we'll just sing. Well, because we'll sing to the end. Do we need to let's just review the text, because Shelley needs some time at the end of the rehearsal. Let's look to 41 and review that text before we try to sing through it. So, and it gets just listen once. Qui docutus est per prophetas. Qui docutus est per prophetas. Yeah. So just I would put an accent, folks, in on the measure 252 on the 8th note. So est So, and put the ST very firmly on the downbeat of bar 253. So just say that once. 1, 2, from qui. 1, 2, 3. So, qui locutus est per prophetas. Qui locutus est per prophetas. Yeah. Okay. Then at yeah. Let me just speak this for you. That let's speak at unum sanctam. And cathodicam. Really, these folks sing cathodicam. Put a D in there. And then apostolicam ecclet. Apostolicam ecclet. Just say that. So everybody just speak together, bar 261. 1, 2, 3, go. Apostolicam ecclet. Yeah. Apostolicam ecclet. Apostolicam ecclesiam. And say, go. Apostolicam ecclesiam. Close, once more. And again, go. Apostolicam ecclesiam. Yeah. Stodicam ecclet. Stodicam ecclet. Say. Stodicam ecclet. Stodicam ecclet. Stodicam ecclet. Good. Okay. So let's sing it from, where should we start? Well, let's do the, huh?
Letter E, page 36.
Yeah. Start, where do you suggest, Shelley? Yeah, after F, yeah. So, yeah, we'll just sing right through as far as we can. No, let's just begin, because we worked so hard on the let's begin, let's begin right on letter 41, because I do want to give Shelley the time that she needs at the end. So let's start at the top of 41 and sing to the end, okay? Qui locus. Here, this suddenly kind of Old Testament, it was spoke by the prophets. 1, 2, 3. Qui locus est per prophetos. Qui locus est per prophetos. Now start. Unum sanctam catholicam et apostolicam ecclesiam conviteam baptisma ille misericordiam peccatorum et effecto resurrectio and 1, 2. Room, and that's short. Yeah. You're sounding really terrific. Thank you, Shelley, and John, for all your wonderful work.
Thank you, Joe.